My professional identity as an early years practitioner is made up of several different factors. For example, attending training courses, gaining a high level of qualification, and constantly developing my personal development are some of the few factors which make me who I am today and form my professional identity. Professional identity can however, be overlooked within the early years sector. Before becoming a teacher, you need a high level of qualifications before gaining your qualified teacher status. However, early years practitioners' roles are frequently undervalued and their profession overlooked by today's society. However, over recent years, professional identity of the early years practitioners has moved on compared to what it was perceived years ago. We hold a lot of experience and knowledge, however, we have the NI curriculum and a variety of policies and procedures to follow too. Not only do we care for children, but we educate them too. Being a good positive role model for children and staff also is part of my professional identity. It is important that I remain professional and give the children someone to look up to, whilst providing them with a fun, stimulating learning environment. I am able to work independently, which is important. Sometimes, within my setting, it is important that staff and parents work together as a team and effectively communicate on a daily basis in order to get the best outcome for their child. In my setting, we conduct peer-on-peer observations. These are very effective and useful. These give staff the opportunity to see what they do well and what they need to improve upon. Staff training provides us the opportunity to further our current skills and knowledge and help us move forward within our roles. It helps build upon our professional identity by allowing us to learn more and put our skills into practice. One of the children within my setting has been recently diagnosed with epilepsy, and so all our staff who work with this child undertook epilepsy training. This training helped me further my understanding of the condition, and I now can identify signs and symptoms of a seizure and when medication needs to be administered. It is vital that parents and carers see us as professionals as we care for their children in an educational setting. The school holds information afternoons to discuss children's progress. The meetings show parents that our team have a lot of expertise when it comes to caring for children. It is important that we show parents how we care and develop their children through the sensory curriculum. It is important that all staff remain on friendly terms, however, this can be a hindrance sometimes. It can be difficult to facilitate this sometimes, and staff must respect each other. Sometimes becoming over-friendly can make it hard to take directions from other staff members, which in turn can cause tension and stress. And so it is essential to maintain the correct balance. Outside life must be separate to work life and friendships. As I previously mentioned, training helps our professional identity. However, the ability to access training outside of school hours can be proven difficult. Sometimes we do not have the extra staff required to cover in order to let us attend training courses inside of school hours. This hinders our professional identity as we are missing out on valuable training. This can be done at the weekends, however, staff like myself have weekend jobs. Within my professional career, I am interested in completing my primary education PGCE. However, the amount of uni places within Northern Ireland are very limited with a high grade boundary, and so it is very competitive to get a place. After my degree, I hope to move to England for uni as there are more places available for PGCE students. Being a special needs classroom assistant, the main nature of my work is educating and caring for young children with special needs through the use of play. Working in a nurture room, it is important that I make sure that all activities are suited for all the children's individual abilities. I perceive my role as vital in children's lives. These learning experiences shape who they are. As practitioners can help but also hinder this. My role is to provide a safe but stimulating learning environment. I feel like my professional identity has moved on from when I completed my level 5. I now feel I can bring new knowledge and put my experience and knowledge into practice. The early years workforce is forever changing, with new legislation coming into place all the time. The NUPROM Review 2012 recommends that all staff needed a level 3 qualification in order for them to be accounted for in the ratio by 2022. It also recommends that 50% of staff should hold a level 3 by 2013 and 70% by 2015. This is important as the expertise and knowledge gained from this qualification ensures a high level of care is delivered. Our classroom generally runs smoothly, however, there can be some day-to-day issues amongst staff which can cause stress and tension. There can be a lack of communication and messages sometimes aren't always communicated, and this may come across to parents as unprofessional. Any private information will be written in the staff diary, and other information should be stored in a locked cupboard or a password protected computer abiding by the Data Protection Act. One problem frequently encountered is the amount of observations to be completed on the children. We do one for every stage of development. Over the past few months, we have been observing them naturally playing, but however not all children are engaged. I would consider myself as an effective early years practitioner. I always work to the best of my ability, ensuring that all children's needs are met. Every week we have a different theme and topic, and all the planning is focused around this. Our sensory story / topic this week was the Hungry Caterpillar, and all the resources focused on this story. We used a variety of props to help the children become engaged. We had different fruits for the children to taste, and after the story we had a worksheet relating to their numeracy work, such as counting the caterpillar fruits. As I work with special needs children, their ability to do literacy and numeracy work is very limited, and so our work is mainly based around sensory stuff. Through the story and worksheet, I use positive reinforcement, praise and a lot of repetition in order to make sure that my children were all getting involved and getting the best learning experience possible. This relates to Skinner's theory that children learn by recalling information and hearing positive feedback from practitioners. My activity was a great success as the children thoroughly enjoyed and everyone got involved.